with stuff that nobody else thought about. At least I did. I know I did.
You had to like dig in the crypts. You had to dig for it.
Yeah, well, for when I first started, I gotta say for the first 10 years, I would pull out rhyming dictionaries and I would try to use words that people didn't use in everyday normal conversation and try to come up with something that nobody else thought of. And if you take a lot of, not even some rappers from the 90s, they used to say 2,500 words in every song, or to say 1,500 words. 2,500 is too many. To say 1,500 words in every song. Every song was the same. So I just think we were more. We respected hip hop a lot more than I think they do now.
Yeah, it's been an evolution for sure. Like hip hop from 70s, 80s, 90s. The evolution's been amazing. How do you think music and sports influence community?
Well, for the most part, I mean, if you take any young cat, any young person, especially young black men, they want to emulate and be like what they see on television or what they see in movies or whatnot. So it definitely defines what people are and what they aspire to be. Even today, if you look at a successful black man, if you see somebody driving a really nice car, you still wearing really nice clothes and jewelry and whatnot, they're either an athlete, an entertainer, or a drug dealer. And it's even more so today because it's, unfortunately, you have very few successful black men that are making money from a job. If you have to own your own company, you have to do your own thing, you have to have your own path to walk in order to get that kind of success, to make six figures.
Right, yeah. Entrepreneurs, I mean, that's a great career pathway too, right?
But I mean, you do like I said. So you got some people that think outside the box,
yeah.
and so they become successful at something, or they find different ways to be successful.
That's right. Yeah, that's amazing. So let's talk a little bit. You kind of touching on this now, but we're celebrating Black History Month. This is our first game. We're kicking it off. Elaborate what Black excellence means to you.
I would say right away, I have always had a problem with Black History Month. I don't. That's ridiculous. I teach my children Black history, everything. I taught my kids from the beginning. We talk about Black people and Black history all year. To put 1 month to define a people, define generations of excellence and generations of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. How can you put that in a 31-day month? That's ridiculous. So I don't even recognize, tell you the truth, I don't even recognize Black History Month because I think it's disrespectful.
You live it 365 days. Yeah. It's interesting because, we were just talking, I was talking to a colleague, but it's funny because I say, why is it Black History? Black Heritage is it's celebrating all year round. Like there's, it's almost like the name too. Like it's just like let's make a movement to make it something bigger because that's what it is, right? Like this Black excellence is 365, and it's a long span of this. So I love that you said that. I think that's great, but we still have to celebrate now.
If they have a Black History Month, why don't they have a Asian History Month or
exactly,
a Latin History Month?
It's called the heritage, right?
What about White History Month?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Let's how do you think somebody would feel if you took their race and said, oh yeah, it's White History Month? The people want to lose their ever living shit.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting. I like that perspective. It's different, right? Because everyone celebrates differently and chooses to do things. We love to do things 365 days here as a kingdom, stand by that.
Absolutely.
Which actually brings me to the next question. We have an ongoing commitment to use our platform for good, specifically in social justice issues.
Right.
How do you foresee the entertainment industry addressing these issues?
Well, another thing that I've always thought about is that you have hundreds, maybe thousands of successful entertainers, successful athletes, and they have a lot of money, but none of them ever get together and do anything. And I've tried to get with other entertainers and try to do something together, but everybody seems like they're scared. You know, nobody wants to take a risk. You know, no risk, no reward. You know, the greatest risk of all is what? Not taking risk. So, and I think it's it doesn't make sense to me. But if I give you for instance, what if LeBron and Shaq and KD all got together and said, okay, we're gonna start a grocery store chain, or we're gonna open a college, or we're gonna open up just a whole chain of schools and they got enough money, they could put a school in every major city in the country, and it'd be a drop in the bucket on the amount of money that they have. LeBron is a billionaire. And you know, why can't Shaq and Oprah get together and put something together? And I know they do a lot for the community, and but think of what they could do if they did it together. It could be something great, and it could be something that'd be unstoppable, and that would last for the next 100 years. Yeah. If we have that long. So I've always wondered why people don't think that.
Yeah, collaboration is key.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Teamwork makes teamwork. Always.
Yeah, that's amazing. You're right. It's a matter of collaborating and thinking outside the box. I think you said that earlier. It's that thought outside the box. So hopefully your message gets out there and that everyone starts thinking outside the box again, right?
Yeah, I'm working on something now with some people that aren't black. But I'm with a Latin homie of mine. Actually, he's Puerto Rican and Russian. I said,
yeah,
that's
research there.
yeah. So we working on something together, and also with my brother Jerez back here, we starting our own NFT platform that we working with my new son, my son-in-law, my new son, working with him. It's called the Moon Boy. The Moon Boy. It's called the Moon Boy. It's called the Moon Boy, and it's a project of NFTs, and his artwork is amazing. As a matter of fact, he just dropped it today. It's a 50 pieces, and it's incredible. It's like I guarantee it's in the top. It's gonna be in the top five. Pieces, the top 5 collections of art in the NFT space and in the metaverse. So I'm gonna tell you something. Anybody that's looking to get into something new and to try to do something for their family and try to get to that next level, study the NFT platform, man, and learn everything you can about it. I saw my son-in-law sit for 4 months straight, and every day he studied, read, and listened to people describe what the NFT space was all about, and he did it like he was in school. And now I would consider him an expert on it. I mean, he listened to it so much that I'm not an expert on it, but I damn sure know a whole lot about it. I can tell you all about it, and I don't have to read it from a script. I know it from my mind, just from watching him study it. So it's something that if you have the time, you definitely need to learn about the NFT space and be ready for the metaverse, because it's coming and it's unstoppable. Because people have a problem with being themselves, and online, I don't know if it's fortunately or unfortunately, but you get to be whoever you want to be.
Yeah, I think so. It's funny you say that, because right before you came in, we were talking about the metaverse. Yeah. So tell me NFT for folks who just maybe don't know what an NFT is. What's an NFT?
It's a non-fungible token, which you can use it as currency.
Yep.
It's art. It's actual physical pieces of things. I found this little plastic dog. It's a black woman with a big afro, and the afro is actually, you know, those foam things they put on top of a microphone.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's on top of her head with some little glasses on and a red dress. And I'm gonna take her around the world with me. I'm gonna have her travel with me everywhere I go. And I don't know why I forgot to bring her.
Let's see where she is.
She missed the flight.
Oh, okay.
She missed the flight, you know. She left her ID at home, so she had to go back home. But yeah, I'm gonna take her around with me, and she's gonna become an NFT. And I'm gonna take some of the money and do something for some kids. You know. I'm all about working with young people, because you know I have 5 grandchildren and 7 children, and you know I think it's important to teach our young people about what's going on in the world, teach them about not just Black history, but history itself. History repeats itself. So if you know your past, you can pretty much dictate your future and control your present.
Yeah, that's amazing that, you know, we're known here at the Kingston for tech and innovation. And we just released an NFT also, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. We have the Lazy Lions NFT, but for youth, it's such an amazing space. Like, you guys get to live in this world, right? They get to live in this world where it's not just a currency that we knew, right?
Right.
Dollars. There's different ways to really expand yourself and your knowledge and things that you can do. So that's incredible that you're doing that. It's so exciting. And then just using it for good is obviously, you know, we're very passionate about that here. It's like, how do you make that and use it for good? Because we're all one community, right?
That's
Like,
right.
we're all holding each other down. So that's great.
Takes a village.
It takes a village, it sure does. So this next question, as an artist, what wisdom and words of inspiration do you have for our community groups here tonight that work in programs with youth in our city or our youth during, you know, what we hope soon will be over, but during this pandemic? What are some just those good words of wisdom?
Think outside the box. Get together with others and come up with ideas and ways to do things that other people don't think about. Always pay attention to what's going on around you. Don't rely on the news for your information. Rely on research. Research things for yourself. Don't rely on things that other people learn and you listen to them. Do the research. Do the hard work for yourself and find out about things if you want to know about something. And most of all, learn something. Every 12 months or every 6 months, you should be learning something new. Find something new to learn about. I don't care what it is. You know, continue to educate yourself, whether it's through school or through research and things for yourself. I'm 58 years old, and I try to learn something new every 12 months. I want to have a new skill. The more you know, the more you grow, and absolutely, the minute you stop learning, the faster you start dying.
That's amazing. That's great wisdom. I have someone special here who has a little bit of wisdom. So we've got Ronnie DJ, who's our governor, CEO of the Sacramento Community. Hi, yeah. I'm going to pass the mic here.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you.
Coolio.
Hey guys, how you doing?
You're good.
Good, thank you. No, I just wanted to thank all of you for everything you do, and thank you as well.
Thank you.
And one of my heroes said that this is Martin Luther King, he said that life's most urgent and pressing question is, what are you doing for others?
That's right.
And you guys are a personification of that. So I thank you for that. And when I bought the Kings, we did our mission for the Kings, which was to build a winning franchise, which we still have to do as well, that enhance the lives of others and make the world a better place. And so we're very committed to this, and we thank all of you for your effort and your support, and you try to make a difference every day. So thank you.
I haven't toured the whole facility yet, but just from the hotel the arena, the shopping area, and just the whole surrounding area. You guys you're doing a great job right now, and I think that this is a model that I think all franchises should think about using, because it's safe and it's efficient and it's genius.
Well, no, thank you, thank you. And a big part of what we do is really to help the community and have an impact on the community. We were the first, and I was the first to, speak out on social justice and using what we had as a platform for that. And we've also formed a social justice coalition at the NBA, so I've got other owners involved with that now. And so I think that you're given the kinds of privileges that you have as being part of a team, and it's an honor. Then part of it is it's a privilege, and you have to use it to help others.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Thank you. Okay, well, thank you all.
Nice surprise, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's always good to see that.
I can take a picture of my hand and just shake hands with billionaires too. I ain't gonna watch it, I'm gonna take a picture first. Might, be able to pick up some, fingerprint myself.
Yeah, it's nice to, it's always exciting to, hear from, just, from the person who really wants to see this community thrive and is just, invested time after time and efforts and all that. So it's really exciting. I'm glad we were able to have that opportunity.
If I get some time, when I get some time, when I leave, get your phone out, go to the App Store and download Discord. It's spelled D-I-S-C-O-R-D. Download Discord, and then type in The Moon Boy, and you'll see the NFTs that I'm talking about. And it's really something that you need to get into. And we're going to the first, I want to say 20 pieces are only going to be about $500. So if you want to give with a couple, if you don't have 500, give with a couple of your boys, put money together and make sure you get one, because the price they do nothing but go up, and you can sell it a year from now, 2 years from now, and make a whole bunch of money and do something great with it. So. You definitely want to get in now and grab you one right now, because it's going to be worth a lot of money. Maybe in 6 months, it may be in 30 days. I think it's going to really, really blow up. I'm working on an app. And I'm gonna tease it.
Okay, tease it.
It's called IDJ Next.
Ooh.
IDJ Next, and it's going to be.
So when will that be available?
I'll say 60 days.
60 days. Okay.
I want to say 30 because I'm pushing them real hard to
Okay.
finish it, but I'm gonna say 60 just so I won't be wrong. But it's called IDJ Next, and I'm telling you, it's gonna change. It's gonna change the way you party.
Oh, I'm excited. I was just saying to the group here about the metaverse. I said the other night I was at a concert, went to a club, all out of the comfort of my own bed. So yeah, it's the future, and all these folks here are going to be the future and are the future, and just leading the way for young people. So I'm really glad you touched on those things. Thank you. So we have a few minutes for questions, if that's okay. So do we have any questions from the group? You have a question here? Go ahead.
So, touching on the metaverse and saying that, it's coming and it's not going to stop, just want to hear your opinion on how you also touch with the metaverse, how people are uncomfortable how it's coming, the whole moving to the online space, not being in person, that's weird. So just getting your opinion and how people see it that way.
I think it's absolutely weird. I'm not going to be sitting at home stuck in the metaverse. I'm going to use the metaverse as a tool to create revenue for my family and create revenue for other people that I want to help. And that's what it's going to be for me too. But I'm going to study it out now, and I'm going to become an expert in it and on it, because it's another way to do something. And I'm just going to use it as a tool, but No, I won't be sitting at home, being in the matrix.
That's what you say now. That's what I
That's
said.
exactly what it
That's
is.
exactly what I said. Then suddenly I was in it, and I'm like, I can't get out of here.
I don't get stuck in the matrix, I don't do that.
I'm gonna
still
see your
gonna be out.
avatar in the recording studio.
Yeah.
There's a recording studio in the metaverse. Oh, yeah.
I have one.
Do you have your own recording studio?
I will have one. I don't have
You
one
need,
yet, but
okay.
I will
Let's
have
talk
one.
after this. You need to
Guaranteed.
have one.
I guarantee you I'll have not only will I have a studio, I'll have a concert arena,
Yeah.
maybe a car lot.
Love it.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's a good point though, even for, folks who are in that world, it's not just using it, it's actually creating in it, and it can become a revenue source to empower yourself, right?
One other thing I didn't say, think big. Think big. Don't limit yourself to anything. Think greatly. Think greatly and be great. And don't think small. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna go get a job. I'm gonna have my own company. Think like that. Live like that, and you will be that. I guarantee you. All you gotta do is do better than your neighbor. And not saying be better than your neighbor. Just do better. Just think about it and manifest it. If you can see it in your mind, then you can realize it, and you can make it reality. And I think big. I be saying stuff that people say to me like, man, that's crazy. But I've made some of it happen. So, I mean, don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Think big. Think that, realize something that you can do, and I'm telling you, it can happen. And like I said, get with others. Put your ideas together with other people, and put your money together, man. Stop. Money sitting in the bank and collecting dust ain't doing nothing. Take a chance with what you have and put it together with others. I'm telling you, man, you can do something that other people don't even think about doing.
Yeah, that's great. Is there any other questions? We have one more question here.
What made you get into the cryptocurrency? Like, what inspired you to get into that, create your own thing?
My brother back here behind you, Jerez, that's my manager. He stays current with everything. He's always up on the new tech. He always calling me, telling me about something new. And my son-in-law also being around him, and they they keep me current. They tell me what's going on, and I go research it for myself. And I say, oh, that's interesting. So let's do this, let's do that. And I start, trying to think of ways to do stuff. A lot of when you go see the Moon Boys, I named a lot of them. I'm good at naming stuff and coming up with making up words and stuff like
What
that.
was your
One of my
lady's name? Well, she's not here, but I'm pretending. The one that's traveling with you?
Cool Super Soul System.
Cool, super soul system.
I think we had.
Cool Super Soul System.
Do we have another question on here?
What do you think is an efficient way of making it in the music industry nowadays?
You know what? I don't know. I don't understand. I kind of don't even understand how these cats are winning. I don't understand how they're doing the things they're doing and flashing some stacks of money this big and walking around with $50,000 in their pocket and bags of money, and I don't even understand it. But I'm figuring it out. That's as I go along. I mean, I'm putting out a new album this year. I haven't put out an album. Gotta be 10 years. I haven't put out an album in 10 years. I'm gonna put out an album because I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because I think the people need me again. And something gotta move. Something gotta move. It's gotta be something else out there. It's gotta be the life. No, life. Okay, life is all about balance. Okay, there's yin and yang, and then there's a balance. So, just for lack of a better term, there's good and there's evil. And I think evil's winning right now. So I need to put some good out there, and I need to shift the balance. You know, it's like life and living in the way things are, life without balance, it throws things off and it creates. But even too much good is not. Even too much good is not good. You know, it's got to be a balance. And so I just think that musically, especially hip hop, is unbalanced right now. There's too much negativity and too much, for lack of a better word, bullshit. And so I feel like I'm a hip hop superhero and I gotta do something about it. So I'm gonna put out something to make people think again, because everything is too direct right now. You know, I need people to think. And people aren't thinking no more, they're just doing. And you know, it's gotta be a change. You know, somebody gotta do something, so I'm gonna take it upon myself to be part of the solution.
Love it. So, to recap, because we just learned a lot of really dope stuff from you.
Thank you.
Okay, so we were gonna look out for your app, your NFT
IDNX.
project, IDNX, your NFT project,
The Royal Way.
the Moon Boy, and our traveling friend will see her soon.
Cool Super Sources.
Okay, and then your album will come out soon.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna call the album yet, but I'm gonna drop the first single in 2 weeks. It's called Mo Parking. I did it with somebody that y'all know, Chill from Compton Most Wanted. You ever heard of a group called Compton Most Wanted? If you go back to the Boys in the Hood, MC8 had a song on there. Well, Compton Most Wanted had a song on there. It was called Growing Up in the Hood. And this is the partner of MC8. And it's a good song. Put the lowriders back out again. We had like 50 lowriders out there. And it's a really good video. It's fun. And it's different. It's something different than what's out right now.
I think I'm gonna get my low rider.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Still love lowrider.
Oh yeah. So for the group, because I promised them everything learning something new today. Do good, collaborate, think big.
And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
you
learn
know,
something new
and be-
every
learn
6 to
something
12
new.
months.
Yeah, learn something new. At all times, learn as much as you can. Learn as much as you can about as much as you can.
Yes. Yeah. We appreciate you being here today.
Thank you. Hey, peace and love. No kids.